No intro.
Well,
What?
small intro for you. So Poots, and you're gonna give us a little breakdown on how much organization there was for the tournament that you guys just held, and maybe just talk about the
Yeah, that's
prizes and
that's really a Sutner question. That's nothing to do with me whatsoever. Not
that's
going to take credit for it.
no. But he didn't. Well, he had a lot of people that were helping him. Like was there a lot of donations in for the tournament?
Again, don't really know. I know he farmed a lot. I don't know if he farmed all of it, most of it. I don't know. I
Yeah.
know there were some fighters that got sponsored by people, like who weren't in the tournament, and they gave them gear to fight, etc. So,
So
um,
other players gave other players gear to fight in the tournament.
yeah,
That is cool. That is cool. Jeez. So sponsorship, and then they want half the money back or whatever you would.
I don't even know if they were asking for anything back. I think they just wanted to give them the gear to use so that they would compete, etc.
Yeah, that's crazy. Like I never even thought that someone would think to do that, but that's actually a pretty good idea. So most people when they went into the tournament were they wearing just steel, or did most people bring like tongue or higher?
Uh, I don't, I don't think anyone really had tongue. There was a couple people with Chronite, but I don't think tongue was really present. I think most people were in steel or ironbone. I don't know. Maybe they should answer that.
Yeah, I saw at least one full tongue in 1v1s, and probably in Wicked's pocket now.
Yeah. How many sets of armor did he get out of that 1v1?
Too many.
Yeah.
a good amount.
Did
He was lucky enough to acquire some Chronite before the 1v1 also.
Yeah, we secured a set.
really? And he gave it to him.
Mm,
Yep.
yep.
So did any
Yeah,
of you other?
Donsky just did drop loot on his Chronite
Yeah.
set like randomly. I guess.
No way. So he just dropped
Yeah.
loot and left all his armor there, and Wicked picked it up.
Yep.
Oh my god. How lucky is that, eh? Or were they friends and he just gave it to him, said, here, take it type of thing? Or it was open for everybody?
He
He
dropped it
literally
like
just dropped it.
Oh my god. Does anybody have video of that?
No, because he didn't tell anyone, so nobody knew it was happening.
That's incredible. That's incredible.
He had a full Chronite set with a Chronite axe.
So who? Yeah, I guess just everybody just grabbed whatever they could out of there right away. Of course, you grab the chest and headpiece as fast as possible.
I mean, nobody knew even after it happened. That wasn't like completely present because
Yeah.
like I heard in comms like, oh, Donsky has got 2 bags over here. We thought he got ganked by somebody at first.
Yeah.
So we were trying to figure out who ganked him for security, and then like he like was like, "Oh no, I just dropped it, and I didn't tell anybody." I was like, "Oh, okay."
Wow.
So
That's a lot of gear to drop right in the ground just to give away. Very nice though. Very nice.
Kransky.
Yeah. Yeah. So, when you guys were deciding like to come to the tournament so you knew you were going to compete in the 10v10, you knew you were going to go in the 3v3s, and you knew in the 1v1. So how did all you guys from Legion compete in the 1v1, or was it just a couple
No.
of?
It was just,
I think it was
I
just me
believe-
and Wicked, wasn't it?
yeah, I do believe it was just Zero and Wicked.
And
Basically, whoever wanted to, just
yeah. So, yeah, then the 3v3. So could you put in the 3v3 competition? Can you put multiple 3v3 groups in there from the same guild?
Yeah.
As many as you wanted.
yeah, we had 2.
2, 3 feet. So you had 6 players that competed in the 3v3.
Yeah.
Space Ghost asked in chat there who killed the horses at the tournament. I have no idea what that means. So there's some horse killers there, like the gutter snipes, for helping you guys out with the tournament.
I guess during the race, there were some guys outside of the tournament kind of interfering, from what I heard.
Yeah.
Not sure who that was.
I knew there was a dread guy near the end of it in the 10v10 sniping horses.
Okay.
But yeah, I don't know. There was like a random new guild that showed up with like 8 players that Kodo kept wiping. It was like SVB or something. I don't know
They were just
They were
in
all like
Fab.
untagged like the day before. So
Malik, those are the guys that were just in Fab, wasn't it?
Yes, SVSB.
Yeah.
Yep, that was those guys.
So they were there just ganking then or doing whatever they could to cause a little bit of
yeah,
turmoil.
I mean, they were definitely coming to crash it, and then Kodo just happened to have like 10 people there or whatever.
Yeah, I heard.
Well,
Kodo
not
had
just
lots of
happened to
fun.
have, like they knew they were gonna come in force. So
Yeah, they had 20 people there or something. Did they not?
I don't know how many they had. They had a lot though,
Nice. And then 7
just
was the
running
other one.
security.
Yeah. And then 7
Yeah.
was the other group that was helping. Right. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. So maybe you guys from Legion can speak on what kind of training you guys have been doing for the 10v10s. Like, are you getting other groups, or are you just training within your own guild all the time for those big fights like the 10v10s?
Primarily just in our own guild and whenever we do roams.
Mm-hmm. So are you guys doing this every night? You're just setting these battles up in your own guild? Or are you guys like scheduling it Monday night? Come on, guys, 8 o'clock or whatever. We're gonna take 20 people out. We're
It,
gonna do it.
it slowed down there the week before the tournament, but pretty much it was every day. We had 10, 12, hell, even 14 people on, and we would set up group fights and switch teams and battle every night.
Yeah. You guys are still out of Vada for that most of the time, right?
Right.
Yeah, yeah. You're gonna pretty much own that spot. And when we go persistent, that's gonna be your home territory, I guess, eh?
Correctamundo.
So now are you guys planning on like defending that area and getting a keep as well? Was that gonna be the ultimate goal for Legion, is get themselves a keep over there?
That is the plan.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. So when for the tournament, when you guys go into these tournaments, then you're just okay. Who can make it? Or you guys like, are you making a roll call to go into these tournaments and say, okay, we need like at least 10 people who can come, and who would organize it out of your guild right now?
We
Um,
kinda just took the first 10 that showed up.
Yeah.
Yeah, like how many guys do you have active right now? Well, you have at least a dozen that are playing almost daily, I guess, eh?
Yeah, we have it's throughout the day, but at least total throughout a day, I would say we about have 14, 16 people that come on throughout the day.
Yeah, that's pretty solid numbers right now, because I'm looking at other guilds, man. They're lucky to get 10 on during the week, right? So you guys are killing it in that area. So do any of you guys have anything you want to add about the tournament? What you liked and didn't like about it, or anything that could change, like the format maybe, or something like that? If you want to speak on
Don't
that, go
hold
ahead.
it in MK. Too low FPS for me, and many other people too.
Yeah.
It's way too unoptimized of a place, I think.
So MK is bad. You thinking maybe somewhere else? Go ahead, Jab.
Like it's good city and all if it's optimized well. Like the FPS is just garbage there,
Yeah.
but the place and all was good. What I would like to see in the next tournament is more participants. For example, Kodo would actually participate, or other guilds that want to participate.
Yeah. Now
I talked to Kutora. I told him I think he wanted to come back for security for the next one too, but we told him like, well, like the tournament would just be better if like Kodo participated, because that would have been like maybe like 3 more 3v3 teams, another 10v10 for sure.
Yeah.
Like it would just make the tournament better. It's just like with the griefers, it's kind of hard because you need people to actively watch like the area. So we have to figure out,
You
what we
could
can do to do that.
change with AC and Kodo, like just switch up or something. I don't know.
Yeah, make it
Yeah.
when fights are going on, that people that are not fighting, you do the security. And I'm sure everybody would bend to some way to help for sure, because you can't have those people coming in and destroying it, right?
Yeah, you just make the crowd the militia, basically.
Yeah.
You know?
So
Where would you guys like to see the tournament?
Yeah,
Because you
exactly.
said you didn't like MK. What would you guys recommend?
Like
Well, I think MK is good, but like they said, it's just unfortunately right now it's kind of unoptimized. You look to the, I think it's like the west or the east actually, and you like drop like 20, 30 frames, and stuff like that. But actually, it's possible we could do it like in Tindrum. There's some interesting places over there. You can like fight by the statues. You can even jump into the like area where they have the Coliseum, but they don't have it there yet because it's like a big empty vacant lot pretty much over there. So
And the FPS is good there.
it's last time I checked, it was okay as long as you're not like smack dab in the middle of the town.
Like the city of MK, there's nothing wrong with it. It's just the optimization at the moment.
Yeah, it's a little rough, eh?
Evelyn said, "Well, if we hold it at MK, enough people will complain, so they'll optimize it."
Exactly.
True.
That's why I'm like, why are they not fixing MK if we're gonna use it all the time? Everybody should just like start DMing people like, let's go get this cleaned up so the boys can use it to play, right?
That's how you get the issues fixed. You just put a spotlight on it.
Yeah, exactly. Question here. Okay, we did that. Who killed the? Wait, is this Legion thought they were a myth just to scare kids? MK is performing better since the patch. My FPS skyrocketed. Okay, and then did any guilds get banned from the tournament? I think
Oh yeah.
there was a few of them, eh?
Levia, Wigs, essentially the same.
And
Guts
SP.
did.
Oh jeez.
HOJ did. HOJ really only got banned because they said that they were going to crash it in like a
Okay.
cryptic message sort of thing.
Yeah.
And then hold on, I think there was one more, but keep going. I'll try and figure out who it was.
Yeah. Okay, that's cool. And then Space Ghost is in chat here, and he also shout out to him and his channel, guys. Make sure you follow him and Pootsin at the same time. Toxadox maybe. I'm not sure. I'm not sure that area. I don't know how optimized it is down there either. I guess it's
Toxiduck. Oh, Toxi.
Tox. Yeah, the docks.
Oh, I don't know. I'd have to go check.
Yeah. But there is when you come down the ramp there is a whole big section over there to, I guess it would be like the northeast. It might be
The thing is, it's hard to check these places for FPS because, like that dual box we did the arena in, I don't get under 60 FPS until there's a bunch of people there, and then it's like, okay, now I'm getting like 45, 50 FPS. Like it
Yeah.
actually starts going under.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, you
I
would need a
fought
bunch
with
of people.
25.
What's that, Jab?
oh,
I
shit.
fought with 25 FPS.
Oh, did you really? Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
And the weird thing too is like it really also depends on what direction you're looking. So like you'll be fighting with like 40 in one direction, you
Yeah.
turn to like, and then you're like 30, 20 FPS. It's like,
Oh
okay.
my god, eh? Somebody said fight on the deck of a boat. I don't think that's even possible. Oh, maybe
Pirate bracket.
1v, yeah, 1v1s or something. So we think that maybe trying to find a new spot might be better. But if everybody starts reaching out on the Discord and says, listen, they're having problems here, they're holding tournaments over there, try to help them out a bit. Like we could all obviously send a message in the Mortal Online 2 Discord as well. Try to help, because if you guys are putting a lot, like AC is putting a lot of time and effort into these tournaments, guys. Like the organization is a lot of work, and the farming. So any guys are in chat and you want to donate, like steel or whatever, or even just hard liquid currency, gold, whatever you can, just to get the prizes up there. And don't forget, like, these guys are putting a lot of work in for entertainment for us. So
Just get in contact with Sutner and see if he needs
Yeah.
it. Like, don't give me the gold or anything. But yeah,
I'll take the gold and give it to him. If you want to donate through me, it's fine too. I will. Yeah.
Let's get the betting on the tournament too.
Yeah. Some brokerage, a brokerage for betting.
yeah. How much did anyone win any gold with Ruben? I'm just curious. I didn't hear anything about it, but apparently there was betting going on.
Oh, that sounds so good too. Hey, a total brokerage house for betting. That would be so.
The most
cool.
betting I did predictions on my stream.
Yeah.
Like people would try and predict the outcome, and if they won, they got channel points or whatever the fuck.
Yeah. Okay. Well, something, right? In-game money is fun too, right? Space Ghost. Hopefully we can get the Tindrum Coliseum when. Yeah, that would be the best spot definitely to do all this, but I don't know. when that's even gonna be a thing. If there's
Oh,
anybody,
Assassin won 32 gold. He said.
did he?
Yeah.
Yeah. How could you set that up? I guess you'd have to just do it through the players, like there, right?
Ruben from Royal Bank of Tendrum was doing it.
And was he there, or how did you
Yeah,
do it?
he was physically there.
Okay. Yeah, Ruben, hey, money hungry. Love that guy. Sergeant, don't need to run this by Sutner, but I will be trying to put together a group to check the FPS potential places, host festivals, and putting in more info on it soon. Yeah, if anybody has and wants to help, for sure, get in there and do what you can, because, like I said, it takes all kinds of people to help do this kind of thing. Space Ghost says try to get at least 20 people to test it together. Yeah, 20 people. That would be the minimum, and then just run around today and see how much you can drag it down. I honestly don't even know where they would or could fix it right now. Like, where would be a spot where it would be optimized enough? And I don't know if you guys how's Vada area over there?
Can be all right, but there's it. You run into the same problem every once in a while.
Yeah, I don't know.
Honestly, the most optimized place in the game would be
Doo-doo.
the place where you would have a lot of people trying to rat the tournament, and that would be GK.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that'd be a really hard
But that
spot.
could be fun, you know. So
Yeah, it could be. If you're not fighting, you're the militia, like you said before. That's a fabulous idea.
yeah, and you're fighting off a horde of rats trying to tank the tournament, you know. So good times for everybody.
Kills are kills and wins are wins, right?
Yes, sir.
That's it,
Hey, we could have that. We could have that pirate bracket on that boat.
eh?
Nope.
Yeah. So I was thinking, like, okay, so you guys did pet battles before, and was it just tamers versus tamers, or did you throw the tamers in the 10v10s too? Like, did you guys have any of that? I didn't get to the tournament.
There was no 10v10 in the tournament that had the pets in it.
There wasn't.
The highest was 3v3, and we did see a triple tamer mage team.
Really?
They didn't end up winning the bracket though. No.
Yeah.
I said so. I said the best team is going to be like 3 fat mages with 3 white bears. That's going to win. And guess what? Guess
Yeah.
who won the thing?
Yeah. Fatty mages, man. They're just pummel you, eh? So yeah, anything else you guys wanted to add in about the tournament? Like maybe something player wise or training or anything like that you want to just tell people, so when they come to these
Yeah,
tournaments they know.
I would like to add my 2 cents.
Absolutely.
I think AC and especially Sutna were very gracious and general hosts that did a very wonderful job. And I also would like to thank Kodo and Seven for detailing security during it too. They did a very fantastic job too.
Absolutely. Anybody else want to add
Yeah.
anything in?
I was just curious on your guys' feedback. As far as like gear restriction, where do you guys stand with that? Would you rather there be a set gear limitation so it's more competitive, or do you guys like the no limit gear restriction?
Irrelevant.
I actually like the no gear restriction.
Yeah, I kind of like it both ways. You know, the having a gear restriction, like you're saying, kind of does make it a little more competitive. But you know, having no restriction allows people to kind of show up in their
Yeah.
their best made set and kind of show off and do a little flex. You know, it's always cool to see guys in like full crown and stuff like that. But it's going to be a complete uphill battle trying to beat someone like that. Wicked and Kron, like that was honestly just unfair.
Yeah. Horizon was like, okay, you put on Cronite armor, I fucking lose it.
Yeah.
It was already like, stacked odds, and then he was just in the Cron armor. It's like, okay.
Everybody has the opportunity to bring anything they want, though, right? Like if you he obviously he lucked out and got what he got, but people can still farm and make their, bring their best gear. So I don't know.
I mean,
Yeah, and it's,
Donsky. Yeah, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, yeah, as long as you have like the full loot, stuff going on where
Yeah.
the winner can loot everything, that
Yeah.
kind of adds more incentive, because then, hey, I kill this dude somehow, I can get that full crown set.
Exactly. I love the way the format is with the full loot and bring your best gear. Like maybe if the tournaments keep getting big and when release comes and you have tons of players in it, maybe you can have a beginner bracket where and restrict the armor, and segregate it a little bit that way. That might even pique more interest. Okay, you guys are only fighting in bone armor in this one, but then the wide open bracket is the big payday one, right?
Yeah, something like that.
It could work. Could work, I think. Okay, not from Compton says no bans. uh,
Yeah, I mean, honestly, in a perfect world where people could come to the tournament, and not be a scumbag, that's kind of like what we would want, because
yeah,
you want everybody who wants to come and fight in the tournament. You want like people who are really good at the game. Like sure, we all hate Levia and Wiggs because of stuff they've done in the past. And just how they kind of represent themselves in the game. But some of these guilds, there are decent players who
yeah,
haven't necessarily done any bad things like cheated. They kind of associate with those types of people, which isn't good, but it would be a good thing to kind of, be able to fight people like that. Give everybody their fair
hmm
chance. But I understand why, these people are banned from the tournament.
yeah, yeah. There's some discussion in chat right now about that, and they're saying no bans next tournament. Not from Compton and Nesque. What guilds are you guys in? What guild are you in? Because I can see that. Because some people were not allowed to. Yeah, definitely, and it made you're in Legion. Like so I understand that it's hard for. So you have one guild and 10 of them are bad and 2 of them wanted to compete in the tournament. Well, how how do you do that? Like they just ban the whole.
You can't. You
Yeah,
can't. It's too hard to coordinate with like
yeah,
people who are running security or in your comms. Like, oh no, that guy is cool from Levia, but this guy, no, he's a total piece of shit. That guy's a piece of shit. No, it's
Yeah,
like
yeah,
your whole
exactly.
guild is welcome or nobody's
yeah.
welcome. You know what I mean? So
And
But
that go ahead.
this is part of the game,
Yeah,
where like people need to understand, there are consequences to your action. Like it's not like people are just gonna forget, the shit you did in the past and be like, oh yeah, no, it's all good, dude.
yeah.
You were a complete scumbag. You did some awful stuff.
Bada
All's
boom.
forgiven.
Yeah,
People's memories don't erase. That's why I'm telling people, the way you carry yourself in this beta period right now. You think it's not going to cross over into persistence?
yeah.
Like people will hold grudges.
I I've spoken that many times in here, Zero. I don't know if you've ever heard me say it, but I was like,
Yeah.
everything you
Yep.
do in this game has consequences. Just remember that. That's why. And people are like, up yours. You don't know what you're talking about. I'm like, oh yeah, you'll see. Yeah, Sergeant, don't. You sleep, yeah, with dogs, you're gonna get fleas. There's a good possibility of that. Valine, what
Yep.
guild are you in? Yeah, people don't.
Dreadlords.
Yeah, people don't forget. It's just the way it is. It's the nature of the beast with this game. This game never ends. So you'll always find enemies, but you'll always remember the ones that did all the stupid shit before persistence for sure, and after. And you're not so much killing them, but when they build a house, that's when the real pain comes in. That's when you delete their house, and next thing you know, they're quitting the game because they lost everything that they worked so hard for, and then but they forgot that they tormented 30 people. So yeah,
Oh, I
it
got a
happens.
question for the Legion boys. So in a 10v10 setup, assuming you got everyone you wanted to be there, what's like your optimal setup versus like heavy foot fighters, mages? You know, I don't know if you guys ever would run around archers, but like, what's your guys' setup like optimally?
Go in and kill them.
How many fat mages are you rocking in the back?
So yeah, we got usually you want to have a pretty competent like mage line. So we have Tumor, you know, he's our like big fat mage. You know, he's our he's gonna be pumping out the big heals and then the big damage. And then
Yeah.
we got Jab, you know, who's like more of a he's a dex mage, so he's a little more mobile. And then we got like me, I'm a hybrid, so like generally I sit in like the middle, you know, and I kind of like survey, you know, and then I'll be pumping heals and stuff, but I'll also be diving into finish guys and stuff like that. So generally, like for that 10v10, you're usually looking for a pretty sturdy front line. You know, you want guys like Wicked up there. You want Turek up there because Turek's like our tank pretty much.
Yeah.
You know, he just literally goes in and he literally grabs the aggro on guys. Like he'll run into the back of the enemy line and have like 5 guys on him, and somehow he just doesn't die. that's just Turek, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, usually you want at least like I think we had like 5 to 6 heavy foot fighters, and then the rest was either like mages or hybrids, like pretty much, you know. And but you definitely got to have that front line. You know, you definitely got to have dudes with like big chunky melee weapons. You know, some guys with axes because like an axe is great for peeling your mages. You know, some little Vila comes and tries to run up on your mage, you know, and he's focusing your mage, and you just got free damage on his back basically with an axe. You know,
Mm-hmm. So,
so yeah.
weapons of choice right now for your footies. Then what are they using?
It's primarily gonna be spears and chunky weapons like axes and big swords.
Mm-hmm. Max damage on those, eh?
Yep.
Yep.
Well,
A feedback question too.
mm-hmm.
For the 10v10, would you guys like to see like mounted builds able to participate in that next time?
Yeah, that could be pretty interesting. I mean, you might get it where you get literally like 10 mounted versus like 10 foot. But yeah, like generally, like Tumor, for example, you know, he's usually on a horse because, you know, he needs it. Otherwise, he's a wheelchair, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but 10 mounted versus 10 foot would actually be hella interesting to watch, to be honest with you.
Yeah,
That'd be
it
really
would be.
fun.
And especially like, I'm hoping that when we get the horse armor, you know, we also get like the actual dismount mechanics.
Yes.
Because they're kind of in right now, but you have to like, for example, if you got like a big hammer, you know, you have to hit the rider. You know, if you hit the mount, it won't dismount. Back in MO1, it was either way. You know, you could hit the horse, you could hit the rider, and there was a chance to dismount. Also, things like Earthquake don't dismount right now, and that's
Yeah.
the big one. You know, that's generally how you're getting guys off horses a lot of the time.
Yeah, that's all the MCs.
So yeah, once we get all those mechanics, I think it would be really cool. But before then, like especially if we get horse armor and we don't have those mechanics, I have a feeling that MCs are going to might be a nightmare to deal with for a
Oh, yeah.
while.
Oh yeah, they're gonna rule the field. Rule the field. Big time. Chat, if you got any questions there, start lining them up now. We're gonna let some of these guys go. Jabby wants to go out and party, so I don't want to keep him too long. Let's see here.
I think next time we need to get a bigger 3v3 area too, because that was too small. I didn't really like that 3v3 spot.
Yeah, I definitely felt like there wasn't enough room to squirrel. You know, 'cause generally you want to just like give an area where like all like builds and you know diversity of builds can kind of like shine. You know.
Yeah, the size of the 3v3 area definitely favored heavy foot fighters instead of hybrids, and even
Yeah.
mages,
Dex
really.
mage, yeah, stuff like that. Because they just want to heavy foot fighters just want to get stuck in, and that's and enabled them to do that.
Yeah, I'm not gonna worry about those questions, eh, Jeff? Oh, jeez. Valine, are you a dreadlord? Jesus, we need Killocks in here. Right? Did you guys
Oh yeah.
did you guys ban dreadlords?
Yeah, they got banned because they were griefing the tournament.
Okay, just wanted to make sure. It's okay, dude. You're more than welcome in here to ask any question you want. Like, we don't pick and choose most of the time.
They weren't banned. I was on stream and I saw a Kyanite or whatever his name is at the bank or something. And I told him like, yeah, come on, man, come to the 1v1 or whatever. And he was like, okay, well, I'm gonna have to get gear. And then like 2 hours later, he was like killing horses and shit. So
Why is content banned at Bratwire? I don't know what that really means. What content in this channel?
No, the
Content.
it
guild,
was like kill Dave content. Damn, he just hooed content. That's funny.
Jesus Christ.
They're just banned for being general scumbags and shit. That's all. I don't know if there's more of a
Oh,
reason.
content's a
That's a
guild.
Sentner question.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah, content is a good.
Okay. I have no idea, dude.
There's a lot of people from Fab Mafia in that.
Okay.
yeah, they also kind of mixed with Wigs a little bit
Okay.
after
Yeah.
Wigs kind of imploded. So that's kind of when a lot of people just said, all right, fuck these guys.
Okay, I get it now. Yeah, sorry. Yeah. Well, they attract each other, right? Certain types attract each other. Oh.
Yep.
Okay.
Seems that way.
Yeah. Well, they like to do the same thing, and then if there's 3 guilds and half of them aren't doing anything, and there's only 5 from each guild that are active, well, they're all going to go to each other for sure. Housey Poo says, what about organic with unspecific numbers? Meet at X location with however many people, whatever builds you want. West Side Story Rumble, like. I would like to see that mounted stuff when that comes in. That to me will be massive if we can get a good area for that, and it's all like you said, 10 mounted versus 10 foot. Oh, that's gonna be
Yeah, hopefully the
crazy.
patch comes before the tournament and not after, because we did just get a patch 4 days ago. So I'm hoping that it drops before, and then we'll have horse armor in, and we can maybe do like mounted, not like a mounted bracket, but where mounteds are allowed. So
Yeah.
that'd be huge. I feel like if we do that, it would almost like hinder you to not have mounteds in your group, because what a mount would do would just add more HPs to your free damage on like a team that doesn't have any mounteds. You know what I mean? Because they have to kill your horse, then they have to kill you, instead of just killing you. So I think mounteds will actually have a huge impact if we can get horse armor in before.
Yeah. There hasn't been anything saying it's not coming in, but it's supposed to come in this patch, is it not? That's
It's supposed to come in the
horse
next
armor.
patch. Yeah.
Yeah.
Should be in
Oh,
this
geez,
next
I hope
patch
so.
coming up.
God. I hope so. That's good. That alone will pull a lot of people back in the game.
Yeah, and you also got the second magic school. You got Spiritism.
Yeah.
That should be
Oh,
in the
yeah.
next batch, which is going to be very big.
Yeah.
What is that? What is that long range spell people keep talking about? Like mind projectile or something?
Mental projectile. Yeah. It's the old pew pew sniper laser shot.
Yeah.
So it has what, the range of spurt, but like the damage of thunderlash or something?
Yeah, I forget the exact range.
The range
yeah.
is more than a spirit, I think.
Yeah.
Like outburst range almost.
It's like
Oh
It's
my
around
God.
that.
it's like
That's gonna be like the go-to for like any circumstance, probably. Then just sniping.
like fireball.
Yeah.
It's like 4,000 range, right?
Well, that's outburst, but
Or
yeah.
outburst. I call it fireball. It was same. Yeah. Like that's far.
The thing about it is, if they keep it the same as MO1, is you have to like charge the spell. It's not like charging with Ecumenical, where you charge it and then you have it saved and then
Yeah.
you cast it.
Yeah.
You got to like channel the whole thing, and then it casts right at the end of the channel, basically. So you got to make sure you're like,
Ready.
right when you're about to cast it, you're aiming right on top of the dude.
Yeah.
So basically, like a channel, sort of.
hmm
Yeah.
So it's
That's
like I think it
interesting.
was like 2.5 seconds or something like that. It's a decent channel, so you gotta be standing still and then aiming at the guy to hit him.
Well, Thunderlash is 2.7, so that's technically less.
Yeah, it might be a little more. Don't quote me on it, but it is a decent channel. So
Mhm.
Even if it is like 3 seconds, if it has the range of outburst, that's still insanely good.
yeah,
Yeah.
it is very good. It was one of my favorite
Go-tos.
spells back in
Yeah.
MO1.
Yeah.
Just looks
Nice.
really cool, also.
Yeah, the display was nice on it. I
It's
kind of
gonna look
forget
a
it.
lot better in MO2. We know
Yeah,
that.
yes, hopefully.
Of course it will. Everything looks better in MO2 except the bear's ass in my face here. Okay, so any more questions from chat? We're gonna let these guys go. They've been very gracious to come in and answer questions for us. Sergeant Space Ghost is like, let's schedule some fights. Donut. That looks like about it, fellas. Okay, so we'll just I want to thank you guys for coming out and chatting with us, and Boots and the man coming in and answering the questions for Sutner's AFK, and having
Big
Malik
AFK.
having Malik in here as well. Caps Kodo did send me a message. He's actually gone right now, so shout out to them for helping, and Seven as well for working at the tournaments as well, and then all the participants that were in, and anybody that donated time to help to make the tournament like a massive success that it was. I want to thank everybody for helping them out. So if you guys have anything you want to add in just before we cut the video off, you go ahead. If,
I just want to say thank you from Putson to Legion and congrats on all the wins, guys, and all the loot. I saw Bullfrogging post a screenshot sometime after the tournament of his bank, and it was like geared distribution or redistribution or something. That was
It
funny.
was all steel, by the way.
all of
Oh,
it.
okay.
Oh jeez.
All
Somebody
of it
said
Yeah,
there
was
he
was
had
a
like
steel.
fish.
multiple bags of like full sets or something.
Wow.
Yeah,
Because the 10v10, they won 2 10v10, so you got to think just
Yeah.
from that.
Jesus.
we definitely had a lot of gear to throw in the bank. We'll say that.
Well, now you're geared and ready for the next tournament, friend.
Mhm.
Okay.
If
Uh,
I have time for before the next tournament and they put the Ognium lore book in, I'll be showing up in a full set of Ognium.
let's do it.
Damn.
Let's do it.
Can you wear it? Like, can you hold it? Like,
We'll
armor weight
find
wise?
out. We'll find
Yeah.
out.
Well, he's the tank. He's the tanker. So let's hope, eh? That's awesome. Okay. Anything else from chat? GF on Sutner. Yeah. All right. We'll just stop the video right